Observe the breath. When we observe the breath, we can also train ourselves to witness the thoughts. Watching the thoughts just like watching clouds pass by. If there are no thoughts, we just observe the space in front of the closed eyes. But when there are no thoughts, it doesn't mean that the mind is empty. We are just more conscious, more aware of the state that we are flowing into, the meditation state. And do remember that all practices of yoga are done gently, remembering ahimsa, non-violence in the mind. We practice gentleness with our body, our breath, and especially our minds. And we will find healing will take place. We feel confident about ourselves. We feel love in our hearts and for this body and mind. Then we start projecting this love, care, and affection to the people around us. It is very important to understand that meditation, contemplation, or concentration practices need to be done with a relaxed state of body. If the body is not relaxed, we can try, but it is only going to be a struggle. Now, we are going to do meditation for about 5 minutes. And during these 5 minutes, the body must be completely forgotten. The only way to forget the body is to allow it to relax. Then we can soar to the higher states of consciousness. I want you to forget the body for a short period of time and allow the mind to soar, just like allowing a kite to fly, to soar towards the sky. This means that at home you could even sit on a chair or lean against the wall. If you want, you can stretch out your legs, or you may even lie down. Even here, you can choose that which gives you the most comfort. And during the 5 minutes, if at any moment of practice the body feels a bit strained or tired, you can always adjust the body. And while we are adjusting the body, we still keep the mind engaged in the practice. We do not bring the mind out of the practice to focus on the adjustments. The adjustment can happen without breaking the concentration practice or the concentration process. This is a very important training. This training becomes valuable when you are talking to someone and when you are moving. When you are stretching, walking, at the same time, you can still follow the conversation with someone. So, this becomes useful when you are talking to your friend. At the same time, you need to walk or you need to do something else. You are still able to follow the train of conversation and respond appropriately if your friend asked you any questions. Even though if you are talking and you are standing next to a road, it's busy and noisy, and even when suddenly a motorcycle passes by, even though it's very loud, you can still remain calm and centered. You do not stop talking to your friend. You look at the road, you don't criticize, you don't get irritated, you are still calm and centered. Now, the benefits of these practices are that they bring great poise, centeredness to your body, mind, and emotions. These are very attractive characteristics to build. Today, we are going to do meditation which is nirguna in style. It means without qualities. Yogic teachings say that meditation starts with a form, an aim and quality or qualities. When the mind is absorbed in these three aspects, form, aim and qualities, is then incorporated as one notion. Then we do contemplation on the qualities. Over a period of time, you become aware of the name and form and the object which we are concentrating. Then we go deeper into a state of ekagrata, one-pointedness. Then we would have the ability, the super sensory awareness, to slowly lock the qualities that has been attached to the object of the meditation. Only the name and form then remains. So locking means removing. Once we have removed that one out of the three, so you have the quality, name and form, remove the quality, name and form remains. Then we train the mind further, make it sharper. With the illumination that takes place, greater percentage of the mind starts to work. Then we withdraw the name. Quality has been withdrawn, name has been withdrawn, now only the form remains. Free from the characteristics or qualities or the projections of those qualities, then the dissolution takes place. Quality is dropped. The projection of name onto the form also has been dropped. And now you are at a purer state of consciousness, just fully absorbed in that which is left, which is the form. Just fully absorbed in that object. Eventually the integration between the conscious, subconscious and unconscious becomes possible. Delta levels are controlled and mastered. When all three are interacting at an uniformed level, the conscious, subconscious and unconscious, then that is called samadhi. When it is completely fused, again it is called samadhi or the superconscious state. What happens then is that the form drops. Mind is then illumined. There are no more projections of qualities or names or form. Everything drops, only the essence remains. The essence would be the same that permeates the entire universe. And this is why it has been experienced in eternity. And it has been mentioned as the eternal state, the state of yoga, the state of samadhi, the superconsciousness, which is absolute bliss, existence and truth. It is not only a spiritual state, but it is actually a state that we are all supposed to live daily. It's a state of bliss. It's a state of absolute clarity. This is called universal awareness. You are one with the universe. When you move, the whole universe supports the movement because you are part of the whole. When you think, the whole universe thinks together and materializes that which you think. You breathe and you support the entire universe. Your breath is supported by the universe. Everything becomes absolute. Every movement at that point becomes an asana. Every breath at that time becomes pranayama. Every state of consciousness becomes dhyana, meditation. You don't have to set aside a time to do this because every moment is complete, completely united with the absolute. Then yoga becomes and operates all the time. Every second of the 24-hour cycle, even sleep, is a transformation. Every single moment is a transformation that we need. So the whole of life becomes auspicious. This is why the Sanskrit mantra Sarvamangalam, or meaning everything is auspicious, Every event is auspicious, is chanted. Every event is auspicious because you have become part of the universe. The universe does not discriminate. It becomes an absolute experience all the time. Let's be aware of this potential to feel connected with the universe, allowing yourself to be all this and to overcome the so-called boundaries of the mind, body, gender, age, qualifications, background. Go beyond all this. Just feel that you are part of the whole and you are a complete manifestation of the universe in this structure, this body, this mind, this consciousness. Therefore, you are not this structure as what you have perceived yourself to be before. The entire universe is contained within this structure and you have the same potential. Therefore, we are all completely, absolutely one. Feeling this infinite potential and wishing all that within this lifetime they can achieve this potential. Wishing all the people on this earth all good health, long life, prosperity, happiness, wisdom, peace, love, and moksha or self-realization. We conclude our training and class for today.